A very good morning to one and all. On behalf of all the teachers and staff members of Julien Day School Kalyani, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our Managing Trustee, Mrs. S.E. Broughton, Chairman, Mr. J.G. Broughton, Director of Education and Development, Mr. D.A. Peters, our Principal, Mr. T. John, Vice Principal, Mr. R. Foren, Teacher in Charge, Mr. R. Green, Junior Coordinator, Mr. G. D'Souza, for their constant support and guidance, without which we would not have had this opportunity to conduct and execute such a wonderful performance. I would also like to extend my thanks to Mr. S. Guha for his constant support and effort in making this program a success.
This is Jagushini Nyogi, and today I'm going to present a short speech on the renowned philosopher, author, and writer, Swami Vivekananda. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth, said Swami Vivekananda in his speech on September 11, 1893 at the First World's Parliament of Religions on the site of the present-day Art Institute of Chicago. Swami Vivekananda, a renowned philosopher, writer and scholar, was born in the Datta family in Calcutta on 12th January 1863. His mother had been a great influence in his life and had played a significant role in shaping his life. He completed his graduation from the University of Calcutta and then went on to pursue law and worked as an attorney in the High Court of Calcutta. He became a devout principal of Sri Ramakrishna. Due to his inquisitive nature, he often questioned different philosophies. While he had a deep adoration for science, he was deeply determined to discover the truth about God.
ওই যে তিনি ওই যে বাহির পথে উড়িয়ে ধ্বজা অভ্রভেদী রথে ওই যে তিনি ওই যে বাহির পথে ওই যে তিনি ওই যে তিনি ওই যে বাহির পথে উড়িয়ে ধ্বজা অভ্রভেদী রথে ওই যে তিনি ওই যে বাহির পথে পায়ের ছুটে টানতে হবে রশি ঘরের কোণে রইলি কোথায় বসি পায়ের ছুটে টানতে হবে রশি ঘরের কোণে রইলি কোথায় বসি ভিড়ের মধ্যে ঝাঁপিয়ে পড়ে গিয়ে ঠাই করে তুই নেড়ে কোনো মতে উড়িয়ে ধ্বজা অভ্রভেদী রথে ওই যে তিনি ওই যে বাহির পথে
Swami Vivekananda adorns an one-of-its-kind space in the history of modern India as a legendary saint, great social reformer, eminent spiritual master of Indian revolution, and a fantastic raconteur who chilled the masses with his impeccable oratory skills to awaken 19th century India to new beginnings. He made an everlasting impact on world religion by first presenting the idea of India to an international audience through his groundbreaking historic speech at the Parliament of World's Religions in 1893. Swamiji preached some profound principles such as divinity of the soul, inter-religious harmony, oneness of existence, and non-dual nature of God. He is not only a great spiritual leader but also a patriot par excellence who preached about the national consciousness. He advocated his Guru Ramakrishna's teachings of performing worship and experiencing God by means of serving humanity. He devoted his entire life to serving humanity and upliftment of the society. His immortal words of wisdom, like arise, awake, stop, not until the goal is reached, or believe in yourself and the world will be at your feet, act as incessant source of inspiration for igniting young minds. We should try to inculcate his teachings in our lives to be a better human being.
শরণাগত তুমি স্বাগত এসো এসো হে মহামানব শরণাগত তুমি স্বাগত এসো এসো হে মহামানব হয়ে আগত করো বর্ষণ তোমার জ্ঞান আর তোমার সৌরভ শরণাগত তুমি স্বাগত এসো এসো হে মহামানব তুমি সাধনা তুমি পূজন তুমি ভক্তি কুসুম চন্দন তুমি সাধনা তুমি পূজন তুমি ভক্তি কুসুম চন্দন তুমি বর্ষণ তুমি ভূষণ তুমি কোটি হৃদয়ের স্পন্দন শরণাগত তুমি স্বাগত এসো এসো হে মহামানব তুমি সত্যম তুমি শিবম তুমি সুন্দর চিরযৌবন তুমি সত্যম তুমি শিবম তুমি সুন্দর চিরযৌবন তুমি শাসন তুমি বারণ তুমি সত্যের অনুসন্ধান শরণাগত তুমি স্বাগত এসো এসো হে মহামানব শরণাগত তুমি স্বাগত এসো এসো হে মহামানব এসো এসো হে মহামানব এসো এসো হে মহামানব
যে ছেলেটা কবি গৌতম মণ্ডল। ছোট্টবেলায় যে ছেলেটা দুষ্টু ছিল খুব, চাপার ডালে দোল খেত আর ধ্যানে দিত ডুব, সেই ছেলেটাই বড় হয়ে জ্ঞানের প্রদীপ জ্বালে। পোশাকি নাম নরেন্দ্রনাথ, ডাক নাম তার বিলে। ছন্দে ছড়ায় সেই ছেলেটার গল্প বলি শোনো, গল্প তো নয় সত্যি কথা। তোমরা কি কেউ জানো বিলে নামের সেই ছেলেটার বুক ছিল নির্ভয়, মানব প্রেমের মন্ত্র নিয়ে বিশ্ব করেন জয়। জাতির নামে বড়াই করে পণ্ডিত এবং দিকপাল, তার দু চোখে সবই সমান, মুচি মেথর চণ্ডাল। প্রেমের বাণী বিলিয়ে দিলেন, দেখল সারা বিশ্ব, ধন্য হলো চিকাগো আর ধন্য ভারতবর্ষ। মুছিয়ে আধার আনলো সকাল, ঘোচায় বিভেদ দ্বন্দ্ব, সেই ছেলেটাই নরেন্দ্রনাথ, সেই বিবেকানন্দ।
Hi, I am Rishango Thakurata. I want to say a speech on Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda is one of the greatest religious teachers and social reformers. He was born at Shimla, North Kolkata on 12th January 1863. The name of his childhood was Bireshwar and his nickname was Bile. The name of his young age was Narendranath Datta. His father, Vishwanath Datta, was a famous attorney, and his mother, Bhuvaneshwari Devi, was a pious lady. Young Narendranath was very intelligent. A strong curiosity developed in his mind about the existence of God. He came in contact with Sri Ramakrishna in Dakshineshwar. He became disciple of Ramakrishna, and then he became a sannyasi, and he was given the name Swami Vivekananda. Swamiji travelled all over India on foot. During that time, the greatest religious conference was held in Chicago in 1893. His memorable speech made him famous all over the world. His message to the people was, "The poor are our God." Swamiji wanted to make a new India free from superstition. He established Ramakrishna Mission in 1897. Its branches spread worldwide. He inspired the youth of India. Such a great son of India passed away on 4th July 1902 at the age of 39. Thank you.
सुभाष जी वो जान हिंद आ गए, है नाज जिस पे हिंद को वो शान हिंद आ गए। सुभाष जी वो जान हिंद आ गए, है नाज जिस पे हिंद को वो शान हिंद आ गए। सुभाष जान हिंद है, सुभाष शान हिंद है। सुभाष आन हिंद है, सुभाष मान हिंद है। सुभाष जी वो जान हिंद आ गए, है नाज जिस पे हिंद को वो शान हिंद आ गए। सुभाष जी
Spoken as a part of a motivational speech for the Indian National Army at a rally of Indians in Burma on July 4th, 1944. Bose's most famous quote was, "Give me blood and I shall give you freedom." Born on 23rd January 1897, the true Indian man, Subhash Chandra Bose was a great Indian nationalist. People even today know him by the love for his country. He founded the great Indian National Army, which fought against the British Raj and played a major role in the complete independence of the land on which we live today. Bose's selfless contribution to India's independence movement and organizing and leading the Indian National Army is indispensable. He was a great freedom fighter whose role in India's independence is instrumental. He is an unforgettable national hero.
ये जिंदगी है कौम की तू कौम पे लुटाए जा कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा खुशी के गीत गाए जा ये जिंदगी है कौम की तू कौम पे लुटाए जा फिर भी तू न डर उड़ा के दुश्मनों का सर जो वतन बढ़ाए तू शेर हिंद आगे बढ़ मरने से फिर भी तू न डर उड़ा के दुश्मनों का सर जो वतन बढ़ाए कदम कदम बढ़ाए खुशी के गीत गाए ये जिंदगी है कौम की तू कौम पे लुटाए संभाल के लाखिले पे गाड़ के लहराए जा चलो दिली पुकार के हमें निशान संभाल के लाखिले पे गाड़ के लहराए जा कदम बढ़ाए जब खुशी के गीत गाए जब ये जिंदगी है कौम की तो कौम पे लुटाए जब कदम कदम बढ़ाए जब खुशी के गीत गाए जब ये जिंदगी है कौम की तो कौम पे लुटाए
নেতাজি সুভাষচন্দ্র বোসের জন্মদিনে ওনাকে আমার সশ্রদ্ধ প্রণাম। ওনাকে শ্রদ্ধা জানানোর জন্য আমি একটি গান শোনাচ্ছি। আমরা সবাই রাজা, আমাদের রাজার রাজত্বে, নইলে মোদের রাজার সনে মিলব কি সত্যে। আমরা সবাই রাজা, আমরা সবাই রাজা, আমাদের রাজার রাজত্বে, নইলে মোদের রাজার সনে মিলব কি সত্যে। আমরা সবাই রাজা। আমরা যা খুশি তাই করি, তবু তার খুশিতেই চলি। আমরা যা খুশি তাই করি, তবু তার খুশিতেই চলি। আমরা নই বাধা, নই দাসের রাজা, দাসের দাসত্বে রইলে মোদের রাজার সাথে মিলব কি সত্যি আমরা সবাই রাজা। ধন্যবাদ।
Good morning to my respected principal, teachers and my elders and youngers. I am Ashmi Karmakar from class 2B. Today I am standing to deliver a short speech about our national hero, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was one of the greatest patriot and freedom fighter of our country, India. He was popularly known as Netaji because of his hard work and great leadership. He was born on 23rd January 1897 in Cuttack, Orissa. His father's name was Janakinath Bose, who was a lawyer, and mother's name was Prabhavati Bose. Netaji was a brilliant student. He took admission in Scottish Church College and passed BA in 1918 in philosophy and went to England in September 1919. He was selected for the Indian Civil Service. He became Congress President in 1938 but resigned in 1939 because of some political differences with Mahatma Gandhi's Congress policy. He raised other than Fauj or Indian National Army of around 43,000 soldiers in 1942 to make India free from British rule. On 4th July 1944, he gave the famous slogan, "You give me blood and I will give you freedom," where he urged Indians to join his fight against the British rule. His another slogan was Jai Hind. He went to Germany and Japan to seek help for his army. It was reported that Netaji died in a plane accident on 18 August 1945, but his dead body was not found. There is a still controversy on the reasons of his death. His ideology, thoughts, and works for the country still inspire millions of Indians to do something for the country. Jai Hind! Thank you.
This is Trijal Shah of class 10B, and today I'm going to talk about India's one of the strongest military leader, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. This great man was inspired by Swami Vivekananda's famous slogan, "Otho jago ebong egiye cholo, lokkhe na pochhono porjonto themo na," which means get up and don't stop until your goal is reached. He was elected twice as the president of the Indian National Congress, but he resigned as he disagreed with the party's internal and foreign policies. Netaji is no longer just a man. He is an emotion. He is the embodiment of fervorous patriotism. His selfless commitment to India's independence movement, as well as his organization and leadership of the Indian National Army, are unquestionable. His fight for the independence became well known during the civil disobedience movement, for which he was even incarcerated. In fact, for his ideals and the use of force against the Imperial British, he was imprisoned 11 times. Subhash Chandra Bose's achievements were not limited to his valiant efforts to battle the British. He was vital in keeping the spirits of the country's fiery leadership up during a critical period, and his revolutionary radical style urged the youth to seize freedom rather than accept it as a gift from the British. Bose was a visionary leader whose strategies and courageous movements aided India in overthrowing 200 years of British domination. His career is filled with valiant acts of aggression against the British, establishing him as a great fighter for the country's independence.
सुभाष जी वो जान हिंद आ गए, है नाज जिस पे हिंद को, वो शान हिंद आ गए। सुभाष जी वो जान हिंद आ गए है नाज जिस पे हिंद को वो शान हिंद आ गए सुभाष जी सुभाष जान हिंद है सुभाष शान हिंद है सुभाष आन हिंद है सुभाष मान हिंद है सुभाष जी वो जान हिंद आ गए है नाज जिस पे हिंद को वो शान हिंद आ गए सुभाष जी तूफान हिंद लाएंगे वो शान हिंद लाएंगे फिरंगियों के कौम पर वो कहर बन के छाएंगे सुभाष जी वो जान हिंद आ गए है नाज जिस पे हिंद को वो शान हिंद आ गए सुभाष जी वो जान हिंद आ गए है नाज जिस पे हिंद को वो शान हिंद आ गए सुभाष जी
Happy New Year to all of you. The performances that you have seen in this particular presentation were to show respect towards the two great leaders of India, Swami Vivekananda and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. I would like to thank to all the students, those who have come forward and given this wonderful performance. Thank you to our school captain, Tanmay Sharma, and school vice captain, Yagna Saini Niyogi. And also thanks to all the students in the junior and from the senior section who has given their best. And I would also like to thank to the teachers, Ms. D. Singh, Mr. G.W. Sneed, and Mrs. S. Das, who has helped the students to bring forward such beautiful performances. At last, I would like to thank Mr. Neil Dragwich, who was always there to help all of us to bring forward such beautiful performances. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all of you. I would like to say at last, be safe, be careful, and hope the upcoming days becomes more beautiful than before. Have a nice day. Have a nice year.